Greetings of the day, ladies, gentlemen, and bots. I am Titansbane, bringing you another pure build. Rogue only here. My lovely little Shadow Veil Rogue. Rogue only is kind of challenging going melee, at least with the build that I've chosen here, but I am wearing this fabulous glitched out textured dress, so I'm hoping to intimidate the boss by that, you know. This one's a rough one. This one probably, like Archer Rogue is probably better, but I tried making, like, how far can you take melee Rogue, basically, is what I wanted to see. So you could go dual wield and not lethal strike, but with lethal strike you have to have a two-handed weapon. That makes sense to me. The biggest problem with this build is there is no rage here if you select only Rogue, which blows my mind. They don't have, like, Rogue has no rage and attack speed generation outside of a couple of perks here that give you attack speed. So this is actually going to be painfully slow. But we'll make it work as best as we can, you know? Basically, you have to mark, spam mark every time you kill something in order to clear it faster. Otherwise, this takes forever. Very similar to my melee Reaver build, but without the rage. Spamming lethal strike, gaining flow. Watching mobs glitch out in the rocks here. So yeah, clearing mobs is painfully slow. But is this a boss killer? Well, not as much as the melee Reaver build, but let's go and have... Oh, he walked over to me. That's interesting. Okay, so we are shredding him a little bit here. Gaining that extra damage from our dash. Getting some extra sustain here from our vanish. So we're chunking them, not as much as we're used to. We're doing enough damage where we can sustain ourselves with just the health pots. Not getting the biggest crits, but that's because we don't have a rage multiplier. But we are able to successfully sustain that thanks to all of our lifesteal. And slowly and surely in a minute you'll get them down. So how far can you take melee Rogue? Currently not too far. This is the gear that I have. I have a fungus log. Try to maximize more on poison damage. So I went full poison infrequence. It's not obvious. An infrequent looks like it doesn't offer you much, but you can see it has two passive effects before its actual what do you call it, stats that it gives you. So that's nice. So yeah, just focusing on only one Captain Signet because I needed a bunch of resistances. The lovely rope here gives me dodge recovery, increased poison damage, and barrier, and movement speed, and all that lovely stuff. Lifesteal, pierce damage, bleeding, plague, poison, attack speed as much as I can, and crits. Yeah, rogue only melee is pretty rough. We'll see. And again, mark for death with the weaken and the shadow thing. Enhanced crits here, a bunch of lifesteal and duration here. Enhanced damage and mark focus. Seems to synergize pretty well. 1 point in dash attack to get a bit of extra damage here, and vitality drain and gain flow, and toxicity to convert everything to poison. So I wanted to go full poison on this one. It doesn't seem to be the strongest. So let's see. Let's actually experiment right now. So 5100 damage and 3000. Remember those two numbers. So what happens if I take toxicity off and I just leave it as is? 5100 and 2300. So my melee does less. Okay, but what happens if I make everything be which one is it? Pierce damage. 5100. Yeah, that doesn't help me much. If I convert it to fire damage, that's even less DPS. And I guess you don't get strike damage, you only get pierce damage as rogue. So toxicity made the most sense for the weapon because it doubled my melee attack. So yeah, there you have it. That is rogue only, melee, poison. That's the best I could take it so far. Maybe you can take it farther than I did, but sticking with just rogue, it's kind of rough. So yeah, too bad that the pure builds are hard to make work, and synergizing two masteries is clearly favorite there. But maybe they'll unlock this top row and it'll offer something where you have to choose. Either you focus purely on a build and you get a sick result, or you synergize for a specific thing that you want. I don't know. You tell me in the comments what you think they should do with these synergies. I thought Titan Quest 1 did a pretty good job of letting you choose, like, hey, you can synergize these two masteries and you'll get these bonuses, but these compromises. But if you did only one mastery in Titan Quest 1, it still felt like you could do an overpowered build, like Hunter only was insane, or Warfare only, or Dream only. Anyway, you get the point. Thank you for watching, and this was my kooky looking rogue. Not what you would expect a rogue to look like. See you in the next video.
Join the journey, feel the strain. Subscribe to see Titansbane. Titansbane rises above the dark with every fight.